All right, mate, welcome to episode 7 of Pour It Out. So, for those of you listening, I'm sitting here with Matt Wolf from the Brew Beer Co. And because Dan and Phil are both away.
Yeah, they've decided to leave you all by your lonesome.
That's right, and can't have me on my own just talking because, oh man.
That'll go on for hours. No one needs it.
Tangents, there would be too much going on. No, people don't need that. But yeah, episode 7. So, mate, before we get too far into it, I've got to shout out our sponsors. We've got Bintani, Craft Punks Canning, Convoy Kegs, Rallings Labels and Stickers, and of course,
Hiker Brewing.
Hiker Brewing Concern. I like saying concern. I don't know why. It's just I like the Phil and Dan had the concern. It's like very concerning beer.
Makes you think.
Makes you ponder. I don't mind a ponder. A soliloquy is also, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but soliloquy is my favourite word. I don't know why.
Is it just because it takes you a while to say it the first time around?
No, I think what it is because if you read what the meaning of soliloquy is, it's like a monologue, but it's like a self-important monologue.
That's just your everyday life, just you talking.
Telling people my soliloquies. Oh dear, it's probably the podcast with the most amount of soliloquy ever mentioned.
If it's not, there's a massive concern there.
It's probably a soliloquy. We're getting off track.
Yeah.
Mate, so I've written down a whole bunch of stuff here. First one, Phil takes a hike.
Yeah.
There's European Instagram that he's doing over there. Have you been following over this?
I'm
some
aware
of his
he's
posts?
going and what he's done, and every time I get a little bit more jealous.
Yeah.
Every post, it's like, oh, you've got to be kidding.
Yeah.
Seriously?
So he did his run.
Yeah, I know.
So he's finally completed his run. Him and Joe and Jamie and
No, it looks like they had a ball.
Oh, it would have been. I'm terrible. Well, running.
You and me both, as we both know this.
Yeah. But I'm also terrible at drinking beer and then running. Like, I reckon...
Yeah, I would feel sick. Like,
just
even one beer, wouldn't matter what it is.
You ever shaken up a can of beer?
Oh.
Like, especially after it's been opened. So when that goes in, I'd just...
And let's be real, a lot of those Belgian beers are not lightly carbonated. They've got a lot of CO2. So it's going to be feeling... you're going to feel like a real shaken up can if you're doing that.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, more power to them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's only been a week and a half.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's only been a short time, but it looks like they've packed so much in.
Yeah,
in such
they've got another week and a half to go.
I know.
So it's going to be mad. Yeah. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a concoction.
Oh, that's right. I made this thing. Yeah. This is the West Coast IPA that I've been fiddling around with on the taps here.
The non-West Coast
It's a
IPA.
non-West Coast, West Coast, and I had to jimmy it around. Did it taste all right?
It's actually pretty good,
Yeah. Because a couple of the beers aren't on that I use.
I'm pretty sure I did ask that, and you're like, no, it's all good.
Yeah, because I didn't realise that the porter was on, the Sherpa porter.
Yeah.
Which I'm drinking, because
How is
lovely. It? Yeah, good. But you've got, it's a combination of the Real and the Pinnacle and the Horizon, which gives a little bit of malt, gives this nice sort of lift.
Yeah.
It gives it a nice sort of West Coasty vibe. Not as malty as what you need. I probably could have added a little bit more Real in there for colour. And Horizon doesn't give much clarity, but who cares?
It's still pretty tasty.
Yeah, not a big issue. So it's actually good that you're here, fortuitous.
Oh, yeah.
It may stand.
That's it.
So we've got a competition to announce.
Yes.
For the Ukrainian Golden Ale Brew Day. So tell us about that. What's going on?
Yeah, so I think, we've had the discussion, and it'd be great to have a couple
You got to talk to the plebs who listen.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not the plebs, but I'm the pleb.
But yeah. So planning on getting a couple of listeners in on the Brew Day on the 18th. I think we've finally decided.
Yep, which is we're back from Aber's on the 17th.
Yeah, so I think we're going to be a bit exhausted.
Yeah, I'm going to be, because I've got Oatly Wines event in the city on the 15th. Ooh. Then on the 16th, we've got
Aber's.
Fly down to Melbourne, got the Aber's.
That's right. Yeah, of course.
And then the 17th, drinking in Melbourne, and then 18th, brewing this damn beer.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same all day on the Wednesday, on the flying down on the 15th. I'm teaching.
Yep.
And then I'm leaving straight from Dave to go to the airport.
Yep.
Coming down, I think I land at something like, I think it's 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I land at 10, then obviously all down there, and then get back late on Friday night, and then we're up early doing a brew day.
Yeah, it's, well, who cares?
It'll be good fun.
I've brewed many times with hangovers.
Yeah,
so.
I think we all have.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are the details of the competition? I've just put down what I reckon. I reckon we've got, when we post this onto our Facebook, and in the Facebook group, this is where it'll be posted in the Facebook group.
Of course, yep.
So if you haven't joined yet, go to the ABV group chat, Facebook group. If you're not a member, you can join up. I'll let you in. I'm online all the time because I don't sleep. But if you have joined or whatever, you comment on that you can go.
Yep.
First 5 people that comment get to come along on a brew day.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not just going to be lift that grain, do that.
No. You guys are definitely getting involved on this one.
Yeah. So I'm not graining out.
No, either am I. Actually, if we time it right, my offsider might be there to do
perfect.
that as well. So
nice.
none of us have to do it.
No one has to grain out. Excellent.
He's so used to that by now. So
there might be someone in the group who wants to come along and grain out.
Yeah.
So but if you want to come along while we're brewing the golden ale, so Ukrainian golden ale, and get involved.
See how it's done, play around on the kit, have a couple of beers.
You're welcome to.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's 5 people that will be involved, but anyone can come along on the brew day as well.
It's just
have
it's a
a
very
chat.
tight brew house.
So. Just for safety, we can't have too many people in there. But is there anything else that we can do on that day?
Ooh.
Paper airplane competition from the pool table.
Yeah, that's definitely something we can do.
Yeah, it's Paper Airplane Day on the 21st of this month.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is. I know all those dates.
Of course, you've got a calendar.
For cool
of
shit,
all
I've got a
those.
calendar of cool shit.
No. We can definitely run something like that. We'll throw a couple of beers in.
Yeah.
No, we can definitely, we'll definitely be running a few bits and pieces like that, and
awesome.
We'll chuck out a few nibblies and stuff like that for everyone. So should be a good day for everyone.
That'll be great.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Oh, me too. And I'm looking forward to the beer. So the beer you're launching it at Gabs.
At Gabs, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I decided to go a little bit crazy, and I think it was late on a Friday afternoon. Just go, hey, let's just do this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to tasting it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the public get from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopeful glory.
Dreams.
Hopeful dreams.
That's it.
That's what it's called.
Yep.
Which is the translation of the Mirror.
Mirror.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but
no, that's a Joel thing.
Yeah. Yep. He's doing the decal for us.
So that'll look really nice.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a great beer. Should be a cracking beer.
I'm very keen. And I didn't want to mention this on this podcast, but Lando Norris on the weekend. Oh, how good was that? But anyway,
I was waiting for that one.
Oh dear.
Give him credit.
Man, got to. Most race podiums without having a win. He had a
I
record
know.
for
That is
crazy.
just insane.
So good on him.
Yep.
We're not a Formula 1 podcast, so.
No, so we'll move on.
Yep. Crafted Beer Festival.
Yes.
Dates have been announced.
Yes.
It's in 2 locations.
It is. And you're going to be surprised at this. I've never been to a crafted festival.
Why?
I do. Every time that it's on, I've got other commitments on.
Playing a dwarf in the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I got called in for that one.
Yeah.
I was the backfill. But I just every single time it's just been really crap timing, and I've never had the opportunity to go down as either a punter or with a stall. So
I stayed in an apartment complex right opposite the park one year. Didn't know the festival was on.
Just complete accident.
Yeah, I couldn't go because they'd sold out all the tickets.
Yeah, right.
And I'm sitting there like an idiot. just
watching all these people drinking beer and having a great time.
Oh man, you
form
of torture.
Oh yeah,
mate.
Was your apartment able to look down over where it was?
100%. It's
no.
the Talisman. It's right on the corner.
Oh, right on the corner, of course.
Yeah. So I could see everything that was happening. It was. Oh man. Yeah. I think at about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, my mate and I, we just went, this is shit. We're going to the casino or something. And fucked off somewhere else. It was terrible. But looking forward to Crafted this year. I'm not sure if our brewery is going to have a stand We'd only go to the Gold Coast one. We'd never go to Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't even know about mine. I haven't even thought about that.
Well, mate, you got a massive stand for Gabs. Surely,
yeah, we went a
surely
little
the boys will put their hand in their pocket because aren't they from the Goldie as well?
Well, yeah. Well, they've actually moved up. So,
Oh, right,
Brad,
yeah, okay.
Brad's up at Milton now.
Yeah.
So he's literally across, which is very handy for me. It means I don't have to go in as often.
Yeah.
But also, he's found his new little favourite posse at Milton Common. So,
yeah.
so when he's home away from home now. So
Yeah.
he enjoys that.
I caught up with Amberlin and Ben from Amber Hour
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago in there.
Yeah.
Good beers. But yeah, so crafted, I'm not sure if we're going to go as a business this year.
It's always been a good, from everyone who I know have been.
It's fantastic
It's been
festival.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's very well run. The caliber of all the breweries and the widespread sort of varietal.
Yeah, so we had
varieties
a
as
stand there last year. We had two actually. Big dual stand because we'd only just really taken over Ballistic.
That's right, of course. Yeah,
So we were still working out how the business was getting together and what we were doing promotion wise. And
So getting a large stand and splitting it's the.
I don't know that it is for us, but we need to.
Well, I mean, then
at the time it was.
the smartest move.
Yeah. And then, I think what we're going to start to do is just do more sort of inclusive, like these are our brands.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're doing for Gabs anyway. So,
you're just doing one stand.
We've got one stand with all our beers. Well, not all our beers.
That would be impressive. I'd love to see that.
We've got our own Gabs container.
That's close enough. You've got enough to fill one.
Yeah. But no, we just want to go there and show people a lot of the beers because even a lot of the beers have changed recently, and for the better. So we're really looking forward.
And obviously pushing forward with the reef stuff and all
we've
that.
entered every awards that we've been able to put our beers into this year, even the World Beer Cup.
Yeah.
Just to get feedback.
Yep.
So that we can improve.
Yeah.
So see what we need to do and how we need to do it. So, which I think is very important. That's why we enter awards.
Yeah. Well, that's why most people do.
Yeah, exactly.
Really. Yeah, I know that's like taking out trophies and medals and things like that. It's great, but actually getting that feedback, that blind feedback, so you know.
I go right down to the feedback straight away.
Yeah, I just skip through and have a look and see what I need to do.
Yeah, I did enjoy the feedback from the World Beer Cup. It was laid out really nice, and everything that they talked about, like all the different beers and how it fit into the parameters, were really good. It was just sliding scale type scores. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I've never entered anything into the World Beer Cup, so I haven't seen what the feedback looks like.
It's really good. I think this year was a different system.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah.
But, anyway, we're off track here.
Off track again.
Crafted Beer Festival, Gold Coast and Newcastle. Do recommend it because, last year was epic. I was only there I only wanted to be there for a couple of hours and ended up being there for about 8.
Yeah, I thought you were.
I remember the missus ringing me going, "Where are you?"
You're going, "Oh crap, I was meant to be home by now."
Bit busy. Someone's supposed to have turned up for work and they didn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't listen to the podcast, so hopefully I'll be good. Oh dear. Mate, but speaking of competitions, Ben spoke.
Absolutely legendary sort of win for them on that one.
A massive win. Like 2 medals,
2
gold medals.
Yeah.
And a trophy.
Yeah, and one being a non-alc, which is a really, as we both know, pretty hard sort of category to do really well in.
And there's a lot of them.
And there's a lot of them now. So taking out a gold in that is, it's mind-boggling. They've done really well. I mean, they've always been a great brewery.
Yep. But I think... so that was the International Beer Awards, Beer and Cider Awards.
Yeah.
It's interesting in the article, they call it the International Brewing Awards and they hyphenate it? Acronym it?
Yes.
They shorten it.
Yeah.
They use an acronym. Yep.
Yeah, IBA.
Which is confusing to us because we have the IBA.
Yes. So when I first had a look at that, I just went, what the hell is this? Since when has the IBA done another award that's not the Indies?
That's right.
I was like, what are you doing to me?
But I'm stoked to see that. As you said, their beers are excellent.
Yeah. I've always been a fan of Crankshaft.
Same. Yeah.
Even Barley Griffin.
I'd say I'd like to go to the brewery, but have you ever been to Canberra?
No, I haven't.
Man,
From
went
what I
there.
know, it basically, unless you're a politician, it's a pretty boring town.
I've been there twice. My sister lived there. Her husband was stationed there. He was in the army, so we had to go.
Yep.
Had to go and do the obligatory family visit once. Just to say, hey, how you going?
Yeah.
But also, I had to go there for work once, and both times I've been there, it's just been shitty.
Yeah, right.
Just shitty.
Weather.
And I don't know.
and
I don't know whether I just picked the wrong times, but it was just shitty.
It's the London of Australia, really.
You know how it was picked? You know why the capital is there? Do you know why the capital's in Canberra? I'm going to bake you a noodle with this fact.
Is it a mind-boggling just ridiculousness, sort of?
It's stupid,
it's stupid.
stupid
Yeah, of course it is.
posturing, right? There's peacocks in Melbourne
Yeah.
who thought that should be the capital.
Yeah.
And there's peacocks in Sydney who
Yeah.
thought that should be the capital. Both of them couldn't agree.
Don't tell me
on
just
where
went
to
smack
have-
bang in the centre.
It's smack bang in the centre.
Oh, for God's sake. Why does this not surprise me, though?
Isn't it dumb?
It's like dumb
Is that not the
reason.
most Australian reason to have a capital city?
Oh, they're not
Like,
agreeing. They're not agreeing.
We'll just stick it
smack
here.
bang in the middle. It's so dumb.
Ta-da!
Yeah, if
you
that
go.
doesn't tell you what we're like, nothing else does.
I know. Yeah. But, so that's why Canberra is where it is.
Yeah, yes.
So, I mean, it's probably not exactly
But it's
halfway,
close
but
enough.
it's exactly
Yeah.
where,
Within that
so
realm.
that
yeah.
one of them can't claim that's ours.
Yeah, yet it's still in New South Wales. It's still surrounded by New South Wales.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, dear. Anyway, congratulations, Vanspoke.
Yeah, done really well.
Well done.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to jump in here before we talk about the next one. Speaking of competitions, I've got an idea rattling around in my head.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I
I
thought
couldn't
as much.
sleep last night. I was thinking about it. I was
Yeah, yeah.
working out all the parameters, how to do it. That's ADHD in me. But I've worked it all out to a degree. And it involves hiker. I need hiker's help to do it.
course
I
it
need
does.
Hendo involved.
Yeah,
Yep. But it's going to be... I'm not going to tell all the details because hiker haven't replied and said, this is
Yes.
fucking great, I'm in.
They
I'm
may
just-
tell you to piss off.
Yeah, I'm just speaking for them. But no, it's just going to be... It's a single style competition sort of thing. So, I'm not going to say much more on it, but if I get to talk about it, it'll probably maybe be when Phil comes back.
Homebrewers, commercial guys?
Commercial.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. But I've got a really cool concept which hasn't been done before. I'm very good at coming up with unique ideas that haven't
You're a
been
very
done
unique
before.
fellow, so it
And
doesn't
I think
surprise
that's-
me.
people probably have thought of the ideas and went, that's a shit idea, we're not doing that. And then I just go,
Go. Let's
we're
do
doing
it.
this. So we'll see what happens. Watch this space, but yeah, could be fun.
Competition's always a good bit of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be fun
yeah.
and serious though. Like there'll be proper judging. It'll be
Yeah,
blind
yeah.
judging and so. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it more. Pint of Origin.
Pint of Origin.
Have you been?
I have been to a Pint of Origin before.
Yep.
That was quite some years ago.
What is it?
So, well, back then it was when it was still, we were doing it up here, it was all around, was that each state has a bar or location,
Yep.
and they pick the best beers for that location, they battle it out.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, and it gets, how did it used to get voted on? I still can't remember how they did that.
I don't know. I was always just drinking beers from great places.
Yeah.
Um,
It was a great way of trying a whole bunch of beers that you normally wouldn't be able to get access
Yeah.
to without flying to the breweries or...
Yep, I know Helios used to get a lot of WA stuff because Charlie had
Yeah.
WA contacts.
Yeah, of course.
And that's all I knew, that I was getting a lot of WA beers
Yeah.
that I wouldn't normally get to try.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Yeah, I know. When this was quite some time ago. This was when Brews Vegas was still
Yep.
going on.
So pre-2020.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember. I think it was Mr. Henderson's at Sandgate.
Yep.
Did one, and they had. I think they were New South Wales. They had all the New South Wales beers, and damn, there were some cracking beers.
Yeah.
Out of there, and just some core range beers from some local breweries down there that you normally wouldn't be able to get a hold of, or if
Yep.
not, it's in can form, not in keg. And
Yeah.
it was a great event.
Yeah, well, so what it is now at the moment down in Melbourne.
Yeah, 'cause they're running it a bit, obviously, because it's just Melbourne wide now. So
Yep. Yeah, so you can go into, like, you get a passport.
yeah,
Like, and it's on your phone.
Yeah.
You can think, and
Go
I
on.
realised that it's like, it's still on, while the Abbas are on. So
Is it really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it goes from the 9th, I want to say the 9th until the 20th of May.
Yeah, right. That just sounds dangerous.
Yeah. But I'm really keen to try and when I'm down there for the Abbas, I'm really keen to try and go to a couple of bars and check out some beers that I normally wouldn't see, and to be involved in some stuff that Crafty Pint do because they're legends as well.
Some great stuff. Yeah.
So James would kick my ass if I
if you don't
didn't say something and go to one of his events down there.
Yeah,
I've got to go to something down there
that he's done. Yeah. No, that's it. No, that should be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't realise it was still operating.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
May 10th to the 19th.
Yep.
So
perfect time.
Right. Yeah. We're
right at the end. There'll probably
be
be a lot of beers that run out that we don't get to try, but.
Yeah, but in saying that, it's still within the time frame. They might have a couple of backups.
Yeah, probably.
Like that. It depends on how we feel the next day after.
Yeah. How's that's something we didn't talk about. We'll just add that in here. Star Wars Day.
Yeah, how did that go? Because you guys obviously do Ackbar.
Well, we did. I don't know because I wasn't here. I was up the sunny coast.
That's right.
Visiting Mum, doing that sort of stuff. But I actually went to. So what did we do? Because it was a shitty rainy day.
Yeah.
And so Hung, my partner, she wanted to go shopping. Her and her daughter wanted to go shopping. And they wanted to take Cade. And he's 8, so he's full of energy. And I'm like, this is fucking great. I'm getting an afternoon here.
Yeah.
So we went and did Sea Life Aquarium.
Yeah, nice.
Checked out all things. They'd never been to an aquarium like that or seen a seal show. So it was
It's been years since I've been there. Has it? Because I know they've done a lot of renovations. When I mean years, I mean probably 10 to 15 years.
I don't know, man. I grew up on the sunny coast. So my ex-girlfriend used to work there when I was like a teenager.
Yeah,
so I used to go there every weekend. Waiting for her to finish. And I don't really know. To me, it's pretty boring. I love aquariums and I love fish, but it's all the same to me. It hasn't changed. But after that, we decided... they want to go to the Sunshine Plaza and go shopping. And I don't know if you've been to the Sunshine Plaza in years.
No.
It's, for me, my memories of it are just car parks are just packed. And it was a shitty, rainy weekend.
So everyone's going to be
Everyone's going where, because the coast is, all their tourist attractions are outdoor stuff.
Yes, exactly.
And it's a shitty, rainy day, so everyone's going where there's indoors, so cinemas, shopping. So I dumped them off.
Yep.
And then I drove down Ocean Street. You know where this is going, right?
I know exactly.
I thought I'm going to have a sneaky beer. I'm going to go to visit Sneaky Baron.
I knew exactly where you were going.
And I went down, I parked myself on a stool, had some lunch and some 3 beers. So I started off, I shouldn't have hit the Millennium Falcon from Holgate.
I had that on Saturday.
Yeah.
Is it Saturday? Yeah.
How good is it?
Oh man, it's always a cracking
I know, yeah. So good.
I think actually I had it Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
Was it Saturday? No, Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Sunday. Yeah. So the Fidget Ferret up near my place, they've got it. They always have they have a great range of beers.
Yeah.
Love those guys. They've only got a couple of taps, but their can range is huge.
Yeah.
But in terms of taps, they had Millennium Falcon still on, and I'm going, oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
It was
for
nice
for a 9%.
Oh, it was nice and sweet.
Yeah.
And it was the bitterness was for me. I
perfect.
loved it. It was so good.
Balanced. Yeah.
But as you said, at 9%, you don't really want to have 2 of them.
No. The first thing, the first thing that the bartender who was looking after us went, it's 9%. I'm going, no, it's always 9%.
Yeah.
That's all good. So then I had that, and I was like, oh, damn, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
And then it was my partner and I, we were there, and I go back in going, oh, do you want another beer? Yeah, all right. Go back in, I come back out, and the beer was a very similar colour. She goes, you're not having another one, are you?
Yes, I am.
I'm glad I didn't, but no, I'm not, because I'm slightly responsible. As much as I wanted to.
Well, I had that one, and then I had Deeds beer, Juice Train.
Yeah, that's their core range.
Yeah.
But it's actually it was
really
pretty
good.
Yeah.
Definitely juicy. You couldn't see through it at all. It was thick. It looked like thick.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was going to taste sweeter than it did.
It was. Yeah. It was. It's a bit of a drier one for an but it's still sort of sessionable.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. A little bit. I probably would have expected a bit more juicy flavour to it.
Yeah.
But then I just had a 9%
So
IPA.
yeah,
So
it's a little hard to.
Yeah. And then I had. I was there for 3 hours drinking these beers and eating food. Well, I had nothing to do. I didn't want to drive. Like, Mum leave us, 25 minutes out.
Towards
Palmwood, so I wasn't going to drive all the way home and then drive back in and pick them up. I was like, sit here and drink beer and eat food.
For a good couple of hours.
But I actually had one of our local beers, Revel.
Yes.
Their American Brown.
Yes, apparently that is tasty.
It is amazing. It is so good.
Right.
And it's not like a brown, I don't think, that a lot of people would have had. It's definitely American one, and it's right on the edge of nearly being a porter.
Yeah, so it's that really dark, got a bit of bitterness.
It's really, really dark, and there's a little bit of like
character to it.
And a little bit of. I was picking up and this might just be me, but I was just getting a little bit of like the ashy. Dark malt.
Those dark malts,
But it was really, really nice. I messaged Matt, actually.
Yeah,
straight
gotcha.
away. I was like, man, this fucking brown's amazing. Like, it's great. And then I saw Hendo drinking it at the Stones Corner Festival.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you see it out there, anyone, jump on it because it's good beer.
It is very good.
But yeah, Star Wars Day as well. So, yeah, all of our venues had Admiral Ackbar on tap and some in cans, and I'm assuming most of it's gone. I don't know. But apparently everyone was loving it.
I've seen posts on social media.
I got
things
sent
all the
a
time.
shitload of photos from mates who were drinking it, and
it's always one of my go-tos.
It's great this year too.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, so nice. Yeah. Anyway, I added this next one. I'm fascinated with these sort of stories. So this is from Japan.
Yeah.
And it's turning a sake brewery into a beer brewery. So it's this little brewery that had been operating for,
hundreds of years.
In Japan. And then they stopped brewing sake. And then one of the locals thought, I'm going to bring it back. But not as a sake brewery, as a brewery, craft brewery. And when it first opened again, people were like showing up with flowers to say thank you. Like all the locals were getting involved.
Awesome.
Like you wouldn't see people doing that here, rolling up with flowers, going, I'm so stoked you're open. But it just shows that connection.
Yeah, that little community hub that people miss out on when things do close.
Yeah.
Even though we don't go to that extent here.
No.
But in terms of that sort of thing, it's really cool to see.
Yeah, and what was also odd is it's on Asahi.com. But it's an independent Japanese brewery, but it's in Osaka. But what's unique about it is that they've got there's a well in the mountain, like it's spring water. It's got this well,
and it's got this venue.
And it's got this like golden water, they call it.
Okay.
And it has a particular flavour, so it adds that little bit of flavour into an aftertaste in all of the beers.
Yeah, right.
Which sounds kind of weird, but also kind of cool. I'd love to.
But interesting that they're going into the realm of doing hazy IPAs and things like that, and amber ales and something that's
they've got a full beer hall.
Yeah, it seriously looks like an old sort of
it looks
German
epic,
beer hall. Man, I could see myself sitting there all day. It looks awesome.
Yep, I would love to get over there. I don't know that I'll ever get to Japan.
No.
Actually, I could go to Adam Shell's wedding in Japan, but not me, the other one. He said that I could tag along, but no, I don't know when I will, because if I ever go overseas, it's normally back to Vietnam to visit the parents-in-law.
And of course.
And I love going to Vietnam. There's a lot of good breweries in Vietnam as well. So
yes, that's it.
Yeah. But I thought that was a real cool find. It was a really good read. And I think it just goes to show as well that traditions can change.
Yes, it does. And things move forward, but they're still, especially over in Japan, with how sort of deep in their own culture, how deep their culture is.
Yeah, so I'm just having a quick read now. So it was open as a sake brewery from 1868.
So literally
until 1912.
So
so and it had been closed all that time, and then they've just brought it back. Like
just open her up. Yeah, nice. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to brew with that water. Like It's called Golden Liquid, and it's got its own taste and flavour. I wonder what that...
Yeah.
I wonder if they taste that water pre anything. I wonder if they do any treatment to it.
Or do they just brew with it as it is, and that's what they run with? I'd be curious to know.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, just for that.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to go to Germany, to go to Goslar region, because Goza is
your favourite.
Oh, man, I just would have to do that.
Yes, you would.
That would be like if I'm in Europe,
it's a must do.
That's a must do for me. That's a bucket list.
Yeah.
For me, it's like going to the August Shell Brewing.
Yes.
In Minneapolis.
Yeah.
We'll just have to do it one day. If I don't get there, someone, I'll put it on the record now.
Yep.
I can
bring me back some.
Burn me. No. If I die, burn me and send my ashes to these places. Breweries will be open up fucking envelopes with ash going, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Spring loaded. Just make sure it gets sprayed across the brewery.
Like glitter bomb. So anyway.
This next one I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I am super stoked for this.
Weihenstephan is
coming
to Gabs.
I am super stoked for this.
Yep.
Like their Vitus is still one of my all-time go-to beers.
Yep.
Their Weizenbock, it is a great beer.
Oh,
but the fact that we've got, and I know it's a bit of a mixed sort of emotion around this one. There's been some mixed feedback around sort of inviting one of these large breweries.
Why?
It's weird. I don't know.
I was stoked to see Sierra Nevada.
So was I. I mean, they're the OG sort of craft brewery.
Yeah.
American craft brewery. So
these guys are like an OG brewery.
Yeah. What is it, 1,000 years old? It's close enough to
it. Yeah. It's like something crazy like that.
Yeah, so having these guys come out and being able to have it at one of these beer festivals is going to be great.
I think it as well. It'll actually show people where a lot of history of our brewing comes from.
Yes.
Who haven't tasted these beers before, and they'll taste it and they'll go, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
I get it
that's
now." It's
and that's the thing. But also, I mean, we all love to have a play around with our Gabs beers. I know I did.
Yep.
And I'm sure you guys. You guys did. I went a little bit.
You went a little bit hardcore.
I went full Gabs on this one.
Yep.
But then at least I can go back to Weihenstephan and have a Vitus or or Ellis and just go, beer.
just beer.
Beer.
Yeah, we're doing a Baltic Porter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't got any videos of marshmallows and chocolate and anything in mind.
Or blocking up heat exchangers and...
Oh, really? Oh, you got stuck with it?
Yeah, that was a fun beer to make. But it ended up pretty good, so I'm hopeful.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, but yes. Marshmallows and chocolate was a little bit crazy. I'm sure the guys from Weihenstephan, if they saw all of that, they would have a heart attack.
I bet you they wouldn't, because they know what they're coming to.
Yeah, they know what they're coming to.
Come to Gabs. So I reckon some of the brewers will be like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I want to try what the Aussies are doing.
Yeah. If they look back on the past sort of Gabs stuff.
Yeah.
With the last winner being Biscoff Porter, with a giant ice cream scoop on the top.
From Ether?
Year before, lemon meringue sour.
Are you taking an ice cream thing for yours? You had it on your video.
No, but I'm bringing whipped cream.
Oh, okay.
Whipped cream gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going nuts. It's my one time of the year to go nuts.
100%. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the next one's a bit of a serious one. Fighting the two biggest brewers in the country continues.
It's never going to stop.
No, and I don't think it will. But
I think it's a good thing that it's not going to stop.
It just breeds growth.
Yes.
Because we're still fighting and we keep on fighting. But I think it's important that the IBA is also pushing this.
Yes.
And lobbying the government, and the government is starting to listen to say, look, it does need to be competition, yes, but you can't be owning the competition this much.
That's it. Because what is it, 85% of basically...
85%, but it's also, you can say 85% of the beer production. Great.
Sure.
Okay, cool. That's fine. But then when you say, okay, well, those two companies that own that 85% also own, 90% of the liquor
Yes.
Retail outlets.
Yep.
Well, that makes it different again, because then they're like, if you want to look where profit is, we all get charged. Like, I don't know if you're trying to get beers into Dan's or Liquor Legends, First Choice or anything like that.
I haven't tried for a while.
The rates are ridiculous. It's something like 45% on top of your cost. So we're already on skinny margins.
Yeah.
Then at 45%, which you can't make yourself, really.
No.
You got to sell it to them just so that you can get volume pull through. And then you've got the other end of the scale where they're just brewing it on the cheap because they're brewing it massive scale.
And then selling it as a craft brand.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wonder, actually I haven't done it because I don't buy any of their crap, but I wonder if you go and buy like Tinnies, IPA, just bought all their pale ales or all their IPAs or all their, and just tried them side by side.
Are they the same product?
Yeah, and if they're the same or not, like in a blind tasting, can you pick them apart? Or
and that's a really interesting point. Is it's like, hang on, and you look at the price points and you go, hang on, they're all making them for basically the same price.
Exactly.
But you go in and the Tinnies is going to be a different price to that like Cosmos or whatever it is.
Some breweries around that can make it for that price, but you're trying to make it for that price will just put you in a ruin. Like, what's the point? You go, well, what's the point of going in there? And then that's what they're banking on. They're going, well, they know that breweries will say, well, I'm not even going to bother trying. So then that's a headache less for them.
Because they just deal within their own
I don't need to
sphere.
Talk to them because they've left us and they've done nothing. And they're ones who are trying to get in there. We're trying to get in there for volume move or whatever it is. And then they're just like, they can just dictate to you what you have to do. You don't get a choice.
Yeah.
And say, no, this is what we sell our beer for. And they'll go, no, that's not how it works.
We own you.
Yeah, exactly.
And effectively, when you do sign up with that, they do own you. So if you're late, if your volumes are different, or
if you turn up with pallets the day late,
oh man, good luck.
Yeah, they'll just turn you away at the door.
Yeah,
they'll turn the truck away. They go, no, we're not accepting.
Yep.
Got to take those pallets back. And if you don't have another 2 ready to go, that are in a different date,
that's it.
Yeah. I know. I get they have to have that for their quality control, but at the same time, there's just no leeway.
No. Sure, but when you've got they talk about quality control and that's their reasoning. There's not really quality control when they leave the pallet sitting on the back dock for bloody 3 weeks before they actually go into a cold room. So you've got to be realistic about it. And the average punter doesn't really see that side of it as much. But luckily with
it's
the
not
IBA,
getting talked about enough. But the media is starting to pick up on a lot of these things because I think everyone's sick of paying such high prices for beer. Yeah, and this is one aspect that's pushing the cost up.
And I know that there's people rightly so, complaining about the price of beer. They're going to a pub. I mean, what is it? I went to one near me, and Boltrex PA was $16 a pint. Yeah, and that's a big commercial pub who owns the brewery. Yep. So, and they're charging $16 a pint. Yeah. But I can guarantee that no one's going to be complaining about that.
No. Do you know, I want to give a shout out, which I never ever thought in my entire life that I would do this, but I want to give a shout out to Bundaberg Rum. Yeah. Because they are spending a lot of money buying a lot of billboards, a lot of magazine ads, to explain to people why the cost of products, especially alcohol products in Australia, is so high. Through the taxing thing.
Well, I remember years ago, they're
spending a lot of money.
But they also started that fight a long time ago, well before the craft beer 100%. Industry was really established in Australia. But they've got nothing
really to do with craft beer. No. I mean, apart from the fact we can't name a brewery in Bundaberg Brewing. But other than that. But they're spending a lot of money on billboards to educate the public on how much tax is actually in a bottle of Bundaberg rum.
Well, you would have been to the Bundaberg distillery?
No, I hate Bundy rum.
Yeah, so do I. But inside
I hope they're listening. Giving them a shout out, shot them down.
No, but if you go in there, they've actually got a big bottle, like a cardboard cutout. Yeah. Basically layering how much everyone makes out of a cut of just a standard 700ml bottle of Bundy rum. And right up the top in the neck is the money that Bundaberg actually make as profit. Yeah. And then you've got ATO and taxation make
Yeah,
up
like
the majority.
63%.
Make up over half
Yep.
of it. And then you've got transport, distribution, marketing, all of these cuts that take out to where the company is actually making small margins, which is why they pump it out on such high volumes. Otherwise, they make nothing. The company folds. And that's kind of, it's an interesting, like, you hear about it and you hear the numbers, but when you physically see it in a bottle, in an actual something that you, it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
You pour out one nip, bang, there's the Bundy profit. That's the profit for the company.
Yep, and well, it's the same for us.
Yeah.
Unless you come to the breweries and drink it, that's what your retail is paying for.
Yeah.
And that's what, you earn your money, you pay tax on the money you earn.
Yep.
Then you go out and buy something.
You're paying tax on that.
Which you're paying tax on, but you're buying, the thing that you're buying has got tax on it as well.
Yeah.
Like,
we're getting slammed across the board on
we're the third highest tax-paying country
in
the world for alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. We don't drink that much compared to a lot of other countries.
No. Yet we've got this huge tax issue that everyone's just having to pay through the nose for.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's good to see that the IBA and obviously all the other sort of groups around, like the Western Australian Brewers Association, they're doing a fair bit as well.
Well, Crafty Pint did a good article with the Hawkers, which was excellent.
And really trying to bring to light to the general consumer, look, this is an issue. Yeah. This isn't this isn't our fault. We're stuck with this. We're trying to fight it as much as you guys are.
Yeah, exactly. I hope Dougal sees those people. Otherwise I'm going to have to quickly dug off and give him a couple of seconds. I'll edit this bit out. Look up, Dougal. And look up, Dougal. Look up, Dougal.
I think he's seen.
No. Has he? I'm going to keep this in the episode.
Yep.
Just picking on Dougal.
Yeah.
This is what's happening, Dan and Phil, while you're away. Dougal's in the cold room.
Oh, there he goes.
Has he noticed? He's
noticed.
There we go. All right, man. So, a real somber topic that we've got. There were rumours this morning. I know I was messaging you. You were messaging me.
We had heard about it for a couple of days. From a few different sources, but...
Yeah, and so it's been confirmed today. Deeds have come out and said...
We're shutting up
We're shutting the doors. Can't get ourselves out of VA. We can't find a way to be financially... Viable as a business to move forward, which sucks.
Oh, man, it's awful news.
I was looking on their social media today, and I totally forgot about it. They were last year's... Brewery of the Year, champion.
That's right.
Brewery.
Yes.
And they've got to shut up shop.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about because we just confirmed it. There's an email you got just came through to talk about it. Right after we've just talked about the two biggest businesses. Making us, and you and I know as well. We've got rumours going around about another one. That might be in the same boat, which I think will shock a lot of other people too. So
because I don't think that one's hit as far wide as obviously Deeds had.
It hasn't yet.
No, it hasn't yet. Give it time.
Yeah.
But if that one's true, then that's going to hit again.
Yeah, and I'm gutted.
Yeah.
We were just talking before about the Deeds Juicy Haze. Hello, the Juicy Train.
Juicy Train. Like, man, they're one of the breweries that wasn't afraid to do some crazy out there stuff. I mean, their stouts are goddamn. I think I've still got a can of their last year's.
I'm sure you do. I've seen your beer fridge.
You've seen my beer fridge. I think I've still got at least 1 or 2 cans of their Imperial Stouts that they do their annual release of their barrel-aged Imperial Stouts.
Yeah.
And some of them they've all been crackers. I haven't had a bad one from them yet.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So it's going to be a real shame. And it's a great... Because you haven't been down to Melbourne for long enough to actually go to their brewery.
No, I haven't. No, and now I can't.
Yeah, that's it. It's a great venue. Great. The food is really good. Was
They
good.
probably had to do it 21 minutes ago because they closed. They opened at 4.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. And they just can't open.
Well,
you can't trade while insolvent, and if they couldn't have found a way out of VA...
And if the liquidate or the administrators have come in and said, no, it's obviously gone to go to a call with all the creditors, and they've gone, they just can't find the funds, which is a real shame.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
So, well, Deeds people...
Yeah.
sorry to see you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've even at the Brew Baron, I've had a couple of their beers on because they've made cracking beers as guest taps. I think I've had about 3 or 4 actually.
Yep. Yeah.
They've made some amazing beers, and they've always gone down a treat. So it's a shame to lose them in the industry.
Yeah.
But also for the locals down there to lose their little
Yep.
local hub.
Buy your local beer from your local breweries.
Yeah. Go into the breweries. Don't go into the bottle shops. If you're buying craft beer and it's a local, go into the venue itself.
Yep.
Support them directly.
Yeah, 100%. Hiker, that's why they don't even do wholesale.
No.
You want their beers, which are award winning.
Yeah.
Come to the brewery.
What was it? The last big awards they entered with Royal Queensland, 17 out of 17.
Yep. Yeah.
Cheeky buggers.
Yep. Well, 2 out of 2 with Korea.
Yeah. They're 100% strike rate
That's
at this
right.
point.
yeah. They're on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a bit shit.
Yeah. Pretty shit news. Yeah.
Pretty shit. Let's move on to a happier topic. Celebrating St Brigid.
So this is a
as
new.
well as St
I
Patrick.
have not seen this one before, and of course you found it.
Oh man, I'll find beer news. Yeah.
Yeah. This was an interesting one.
So
the patron saint
in Ireland. So but she has she's well known for helping people. She miraculously, turned dirty bathwater into beer in a leper colony.
Yep. Muddy water into ale.
Yep. That's right.
Into beer.
Must have tasted great.
Yeah. I mean, if you like anyone who can turn muddy water into beer.
Yep.
They deserve to be a saint if they can do that. So.
Yep. This is the first year that it was celebrated, so it was the 1st of February.
Yes, I saw. Yeah. Really?
Yep.
So
it's right, real close to St Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
But 1st of February is her day of celebration. She's known for, all of these saints are known for a whole bunch of other stuff. But if you've got a niche topic like beer, you're going to jump on beer. Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is, it's also over in Ireland. It's the first public holiday where schools, businesses, banks were closed. That's dedicated to a female.
Exactly. Yep.
That's the first time.
Yep. And there were a whole bunch of really cool celebrations as well.
Yeah.
You could go out there. There were cross of Brigid were made, cross of St Brigid were made, and all those sort of things. It was a really cool festival day.
Yeah.
And to bring a lot of good notice to a lady that could turn ale from muddy water.
Yeah, that's it. We're talking about sort of businesses and it's tough, and managing people stuff. But she looked after 15,000 nuns.
I know. Yeah, that's what
imagine looking after 15,000 people.
I can't imagine looking after 1,500 people.
I can look after 15. I can barely look after myself. Yeah. Let's be real.
I can't look over a 15-year-old.
But yeah, it's really cool to see that happen.
Yeah, and I also found there's a couple of young women also in Ireland, 2 sisters Brewing, who do a Brigid's Ale, which is also really cool.
Yeah.
And they write for a beer column. They brew this beer, so it's on at a few pubs around their local area. But they actually brew in the town where St Brigid was from.
Yeah.
And so if you're ever in Ireland and go and try this St Brigid's Ale, it might just Brigid's Ale, because she might not have been a saint when they started brewing this beer, but so that's 2 sisters Brewing do a Brigid's Ale, which looks really cool too. I've seen a photo, looks excellent.
Yeah, right.
Can recommend.
Yeah.
The notes will be in the show notes will be in the post, so you can go back and have a look. So
that's really cool.
Next one is also overseas.
Yes.
So this is over in the States, but this is a woman. Her family history is from outside of the United
Middle
States.
East, Middle Eastern. Yeah.
Brewing a Persian legacy. So she found a whole bunch of recipes that her grandfather used to do in, I want to say Iran. Is it Iran or Iraq? I'm terrible with things like this.
I think Iran, I think I read.
Yep.
Yeah. Iranian.
Yep. And and then so she went into this like deep dive of the history of beer in the country, and there's a whole lot of, essentially, that's where brewing almost started.
Yes.
There's been so much history from that area of the world.
Oh, see, now I know why you picked up on this. They've got a bloody goza.
And it's a sumac goza as well.
Oh,
yeah.
that is cool.
Have you ever seen sumac? Have you ever had it? Yeah. So yeah, that's I'm not gonna lie, that is why I put it in there.
Yeah.
So I could talk about the goza.
Holy crap! 1 pound of tart cherries per gallon of.
Doesn't that sound delightful?
God, I want some now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's it got? Cured sumac, blue salt, and tart cherries.
Yeah.
Oh, that just sounds amazing.
Yep.
Then a Persian lager as well.
Yeah. Which has got some blue salt. I didn't even know blue salt was the thing.
Yeah. Well, they've got pink, they've got black salt, they've got red salt, they've got everything. So blue salt's not a.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool that she's been able to do that. It's Brooklyn, from what I was reading.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is very fortuitous because I'm planning on heading there at the end of the year anyway.
Oh,
so I'll be over in the States.
You can bring me back some sumac.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's a map of us.
Yeah, no,
That's where you're shipping to, if you buy the beer.
That's Columbus, mate. That's not.
Because my map. We're just sorry, guys. We're just looking on our screens here. My map has Brisbane City.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know why. Anyway,
that's interesting.
Yep.
But yeah, apparently, she's in Brooklyn, New York. So
Zara, her name is.
Yeah. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And very unusual beers.
Yep.
Yeah. To work with sumac and tart cherries and a goza. Well, you're just happy with a goza.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I must admit, I'm not a fan of cherry in beer.
No, you're not.
But I would drink it. Like I will taste it, and I can know if it's a good beer or not.
Yeah. So I think I might have to put that on my hit list actually.
Yeah.
While I'm over there.
Yeah, that would be epic.
Yeah, because I'm going over the UK for a friend for.
It's in the US, mate.
Yeah, and then flying over.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm over for a while, and then basically brewery hopping my way across the States, because why not?
Why not, indeed.
So I think that might be one of my hit lists.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I've finished my beer, and I'd love to crack on to this last topic.
Yeah.
Which is tasting beer in Western Australia's State Library. So again,
seriously, they're opening a pub in the State Library?
No, not so much. No. This is it's like the history, the brewing history, like WA brewing history in the State Library. And it's a unique exhibition. There's all sorts of beers there. They've got beer there that's like 90 years old or something. From early as 1913.
Yeah.
They've got a whole heap of brewers, like local speakers. Phil Sexton, Mick Little, Michael Payne, Mark Braddock. Whole bunch of cool people there to talk about beers, and this is a free event.
Man, that is very cool.
Yeah.
If it wasn't so far, I would be flying over for that.
Yeah. Well, it's already been running, obviously, but it goes until the 2nd of June. So there's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there, and I think that it's really cool when something like a state library is putting together something like this.
Yeah, very, very cool. Because obviously brewing's been going on for thousands of years, so we're fairly new to it in terms of
100%.
Yeah, but even just some of the talking about some of the history of brewing within Australia, and then sort of the cultural history that has developed from it. Like Phil Sexton's been around. Yeah. For those who don't know, started Little Creatures, so having that sort of
what hasn't he tasted?
What hasn't he? What beers hasn't he tasted? So being able to talk about sort of the history of how beers used to go around then and that sort of thing. But that'll be very fun. That'll be a very fun event.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, documenting and the evolution.
Indies is August.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Too late.
Can't go over more than once.
No, that's right,
Can only justify going over once.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Well, that's it, man.
Yeah, that's all we've got.
Gone for nearly an hour. After I edited out the 10 minutes that we talked about before.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, but yeah.
Thanks for joining me, mate.
Yeah. Thanks for messaging me last minute this morning.
Well, I only just remembered, and then I messaged Joel, and I said, hey, man, do you want to come and do the podcast? Because, Joel's the other half of ABV. But he said he's woken up with a little bit of a sore throat.
Oh, he can stay
wasn't
away.
sure how he's going to feel today, and I was like, you stay away, mate.
Yeah,
I do not want to get sick before I go to Melbourne.
No, that's it.
I've been talking to my mates like James and Max down in Sydney because we're catching up at the A.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're coming up.
Yeah, and we're all banging to catch up, and I'm like trying to. They're young.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to beautify myself as best I can. So I've been like, got these nice facial cleansers. Can't unfortunately lose 20 kilos in a week.
Got to go look pretty at the Ackbars, accepting an award.
I'm not going to be able to lose enough weight to look amazing in a tuxedo that I was looking to buy, which I wasn't going to buy. I was just going to hire one and strut around. But no, I wouldn't do that.
No.
Or would I? Yeah, I would.
Oh, yes, you would.
I'll do a lot of things to embarrass Joel too.
Yes, you would. I know you would.
Yeah.
And it would be really hilarious to watch you do that.
Oh, yeah, not just Joel either.
Yeah. Yeah, because let's be real, everyone at that table is going to be going, oh, God, really?
Who is this guy? Who bought him?
Yeah. Whose guest is he?
Endo's sitting there.
God.
Actually, I was talking to Stephen from Newmaker.
Yeah.
And he was like, going, oh, yeah. I said, he said, oh, if you're in Melbourne, let's catch up for a beer. And I said, actually, I'm coming down for the Ackbars. I said, are you going? And he's like, oh, that's right. I need to get my ticket for that. I'll sort it out. I said, oh, I'm sitting at Hendo's table. If you're looking for it, just look for the bald noggin. And he goes, copy that. I'll look for the disco ball.
That's great.
So I'm going to make Hendo wear a sparkly hat.
Yeah. A bald cap with the whole sparkles going.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, need to sign out, mate. People are coming into this brewery. We need to give them some atmosphere with some music. So.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
No worries, mate. Pour it out. Take a hike. Phil always says take a hike.
Yeah, you left,
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't leave anyone in the lurch.
Yeah, thanks. Take a hike.
Pour it out.